Hey everybody, welcome back. Devin, the original Grognard, the OG, sitting down, and we are stepping into turn 3 of our playthrough of Situation 6, Abu Ageila, from the Arab-Israeli Wars, part of our Key to the Sinai, a study of the Battle of Abu Ageila in 3 mediums. For those of you who are just joining us with this, I'm studying the Battle of Abu Ageila during the Six-Day War, 1967, Egypt versus Israel. And the first medium that I studied was at the company battalion level, using John Taylor Software's Middle East 67. And we are now looking at, of course, the company scale, company platoon scale from Arab-Israeli Wars. And I do want to point out, I did make a mistake. Yes, I know. I make mistakes every video. Nobody watches my videos to see me or to learn from me. They watch the videos to watch me mess up. So, yeah. Improved positions, infantry and improved positions. Let's see if we can get that focused. Yeah, it's got the +2 right on. I didn't put the +2 dice roll on there when I was shooting at the Egyptian units last turn. And I totally forgot to check to undisrupt the Egyptian units that were disrupted. So yeah, we're just gonna say that because I think a couple of the guys in this hex, I think if I had added the +2, they wouldn't have become disrupted. So I'm just going to undisrupt all the Egyptian units, mainly because I'm an idiot. And we're going to call that good. And we're just going to jump straight into turn 3. Was there anything else I messed up? No, I think that's it. All right. Airstrikes, no airstrikes. Artillery, we do have artillery. The Israelis have offboard artillery. And that's the great thing about being me. I don't remember from day to day where I plotted my artillery. I kind of remember. I kind of have a good idea, but not all the time. So let's go ahead and take a look. Y7, X6, X8. I believe... Did I write that down wrong? Oh, my... Y6. Or Y7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Y7 is right there. Yeah. All right, so X6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're going to call that was just bad artillery plotting because one of the artilleries landed right here, which is nothing there. I think I want to say, I think I remember I was wanting to target them and them, but I did call the artillery down successful on both of these. As we remember, the Israeli artillery is a firepower 10, and we're looking at... And it's going to strike each one of them as a 10 attack strength. So 10 to 8, 10 to 8, 10 to 8. So it's 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1 with a +2 dice roll. So basically, I think if I remember correctly, about 1 is the only thing. 1 to 1 with the +2. Yeah, I need 1s. All right, maybe I need to start stacking up the artillery a little bit. First one, nothing. Second, nothing. Third, nothing. All right. And then repeat the process for the other hex. Right there, top to bottom, 3 targets. Oh, there's 1. 2. And, 3. Wow. That was actually a little bit better than I expected. Managed to just disrupt, you know what I'm talking about. 2 of them. Well, that's actually pretty good. Okay, now, plotting artillery. I don't want to plot artillery this next turn. I think we're going to try to blow these guys out of their holes. And, whoops, I forgot to flip these guys back over. Last turn. I think those were the only Egyptian units I forgot to flip. So yeah, let's go ahead and hit these 3 hexes here. Let's see if I can write down the right coordinates this time. W1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. W7. W7. V1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. V7 and 8. All right, let's hope I wrote those down correctly. because I'd hate to embarrass myself again. Yeah, like I'm not used to doing that already. All right, that's artillery. Shooting. Now, if you remember from over here, my Centurions that were over here were flipped over when they op fired. Now, they do not flip over again. I want to check that just to make sure. I'm pretty sure if you fire in the op fire phase, you lose your regular fire in the regular fire phase. Let's see. Yeah, it's all undispersed at the end of the movement phase, which would have been the Egyptian movement phase. All undispersed counters belonging to the first player, which is who the Egyptian was at the time, are turned face up. All right, so yeah. The op fire, it's one thing you always got to remember. The op fire units don't get to fire in their normal fire phase, but they do flip over at the end of their fire phase, which is when those guys get unflipped over. And just because... Direct fire phase. Engineer units execute any attacks. Checks the morale of each of his dispersed units. Oh no, it's right. It's at, yeah. So if you fire during the op phase, you don't flip over until the end of your next movement phase. Direct fire. Engineer units execute attacks. Checks morale of each. Yeah. All right, so those guys aren't moving either. All right, so basically all we're focusing on right now is over here. Shooting phase. Let's go ahead. I've got to remember these are armor piercing against infantry, so that's going to have their attacks. So let's go ahead and take these three guys and fire at each one of those. I got to remember 2 of those are disrupted and 1 is not. So it's going to be 22 divided by 2 for firing at infantry is going to be 11 to 8. 8 is going to be 1-to-1 across the board. Plus 2 for the improved position, but the dispersed guys get a -1. Let's see if it's actually even worth it. So at best I can get a +1. So I'll need a 1 to disrupt them. Or 1 to double disrupt them, which will destroy them. So it's basically only 1 in 6. Okay, let's not do that because that's not really going to help us much. Or will it? You know what? No, that's 22, 44, 66. It's 33 to 8. 33 to 8 is 4. Okay. Let's go ahead and take all 3 of these guys, and we're going to fire at the undisrupted guy. So it's going to be 2, 4, 66. Cut in half is going to be 33 to 8, which is 4-to-1 odds, plus 2 for the improved position. 5, 6, 7. 7 on a 4-to-1 is a disrupted. All right. So he ends up getting disrupted as well. I have a plan. Honestly, I have a plan. He's dispersed, so he can't shoot. So we got 3 of them. Oops. So 22 is 11. It's going to be 1-to-1. I can do 3 attacks at 1-to-1 plus 2, or 1 attack at 4-to-1 plus 2. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 1 attack at 4-to-1 plus 2 against there. We got 3, 4, 5. It's going to be eliminated. Okay. Half tracks are not doing anything. Okay, now we got shooting. Basically, those guys are going to catch hella op fire. But, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it anyways. Let's go ahead and step him there. Okay, those two guys are going to be 12. It'd be 1 to 1. They can't throw fire in. The mortar can't op fire. Anti-tank can, but it's not going to. Alright. 6, 12, 18. That'll be a 2 to 1. So let's go ahead and flip this guy. And flip these two guys for op fire there. It's going to be 18 to 8. 6, 12, yeah, 18 to 8, which is going to be 2 to 1. 5 at 2 to 1, no modifiers. Pretty sure that's just a regular disrupted. 2 to 1, 5, yep, regular disrupted. Not really a big surprise. We knew we were going to be catching some op fire and going to end up getting... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Into my fire phase, I'm supposed to check for disrupted. Is that right? Am I right in that? Yeah, it's at the end of the fire phase. So we got a bunch of, Deuce have a bunch of disrupted guys back here. All right, so we got that one. They're morale class A, and they're not in forts or improved position, so it's going to be a 1 to 4. All right, he's good. And we got 2 guys there. Again, 1 through 4. Nope. Yes, 1. I really am thinking ops complete markers would be better than all those guys, than flipping the counters over. All right, now these are actually considered armored. So that is going to be 1 through 5 for each one of them. 1 through 5, 1 through 5, 1 through 5. First one, yes. Second one, yes. Third one, yes. They're all good to go. All right. Okay. So that's that one. Let's move this guy here. Now, does he want to catch any op fire? I think we got some op fire from here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do op fire from there. It's going to be 18, because there's 3 of them there. 18 to 8 is going to be 2 to 1, no modifiers. Anything but a 6. There's the 6. All right. And movement of 1. Oops, forgot to roll for him. 1 through 5. Yep, he's good. Put that there. Yeah, let's keep him at the top of the stack. Or at the bottom of the stack. Alright. Move here. That's a 12. That's the best they're going to generate is a 12. So, yeah, they're not going to op fire. And so he'll move there, and he'll move there. I could be moving half, but then that would overstack that hex, and we don't want to do that. Conversely, back here, like so. Got those half tracks, and I know he's got a couple ATGs back here. Let's go 1, 2. Well, I should be moving them one at a time. 1, 2, offload for half, so that's 6, 7, 8, and I'll just go ahead and offload all of them right there. And then move the half tracks back here like this. And these half tracks are just gonna hide back here so they can't be seen and shot at. So that's good there. And yeah, all these should be flipped over because they moved. Yeah, ops complete counters. Much easier than flipping everything over. Okay, what else we got? Got the Mind Flail, which is going to go ahead, use half of its movement to remove the mines, which will trigger the op fire from that anti-tank gun right there. 15, it's going to be doubled because it's 1 to 2 hexes. So that's a 30 to 9, which is 3 to 1 odds, no modifiers. That was a bad idea with the Sherman. 4. Let's see, 3 to 1, a 4 is a disrupted. Dispersed, God. And that flips him. And I think that is going to be it for the movement. So that's going to be it for movement. Now everything gets flipped back over. Let's check that just one more time. All undispersed counters belonging to the first player flipped upwards. All right. So all these, I need to get myself a decent pair of tweezers. I really do. I've been saying that for years. You would think with me playing ASL and how jam-packed all that can get, that I would have gotten me a decent pair of tweezers by now. But I haven't, because I'm an idiot. Well, broke ass idiot too. Granted, that I get the decent ones that are angled for, I think they're like $12, but they usually don't have $12. Well, then there's shipping and handling, because I don't know of any real decent hobby stores around here. Well, no, there is one. I got a Hobby Town. That's up at South Center. Suppose I could check that out. Alrighty, so that is the Israeli turn. Now we're switching over to the Egyptian turn. Airstrikes, no airstrikes, artillery. Let's hope I wrote the artillery a little bit better this time. Let's see. AA8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, crap. BB8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, crap. And CC8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, crap. All right, so see, that's why I love taking a break for a couple, 3 days, because I don't remember this shit when I come back. Okay, so we'll start with this one here. 13 to 8 is a 1 to 1, +1 for being disrupted. We got or -1 for being disrupted. 3, that's a 2. Ooh, that could be bad. 2 on the 1 to 1 is a double dispersed, which is a dead Israeli unit. All right, and then we've got here and here, so we got 1 to 1, 1 to 1. So go with the top one. 4 is nothing, and 1 is going to be disrupted. Okay, now it's going to change a little bit for here. Actually, no, they can't see. Okay, that guy can see. All right, I was thinking, all right, can anybody actually see that hexer? But no, that guy down there can see it. All right, 13 to 6, 13 to 6, 13 to 3. So 13 to 6 is going to be 2 to 1 on both the machine gun platoons. So top one is a 2. Ooh, did they change that? I don't think they changed that. Nope, that's a disrupted. Well, it's a special disruption, but he's not disrupted already. Second one, 3 is disrupted. Now 13 to 3, that's going to be 4 to 1. Oopsie. That's a 1. Yeah, that artillery landed right on their noggins as they were trying to set up their positions. Okay, now for next turn, we know they're going to be advancing. They're probably going to be advancing here and here because they. Should I throw artillery right in a straight line there? We know they can only move 1. We know these guys aren't going to move up very far, so they're going to have to come this way. So yeah, let's go ahead and drop it on those 3 hexes right there. Y1 or Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Y 8 and 9. Y 8 and 9. And Z 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Z 8. Make sure I counted that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, because we need to make sure I double check. All right, so that's artillery. Shooting. We don't have much over here that can shoot. I think I've got an ATG. Right then, now where's the ATG at? Down here. You can't really see anything. So I'm not going to worry about that. We have the mortar here, so let's go ahead and drop the mortar right here. 4, it's a mortar, indirect fire. Or is it direct fire? Mortar against infantry is doubled, I'm fairly certain. Look at our chart. Indirect fire, direct fire, mortar against infantry, doubled or non-armored, which for all intents and purposes for this is infantry. So it's going to be 4 double, I'll go ahead and flip that now. 4 doubled to 8 is going to be 1-to-1 against everything in that stack. Or is that only, oh, that's a direct fire. That's only against one target. So they'll go after the dispersed unit. So 1-to-1, -1 for shooting at the dispersed unit. 6 minus 1 is 5. It's going to be nothing. Now where's the other mortar at? There it is. Let's see. You know what? Never leave. Never come. Never. What was the old military accent we used to use? Never bring ammo home. All right, both of those guys are going to fire at the top guy that's not disrupted right here. So it's going to be 12 days. It's going to be 1-to-1. No modifiers. A 3 is going to disrupt them. And then the mortar is going to go ahead and drop artillery on one of those guys right there at 1-to-1. No modifiers. Wow. Egyptians are just spot on today. Of course, we got infantry advancing over open ground. Of course, it's going to be bad. All right, now, oh god, this is where it's going to get ugly. All right, what do we got over here? Okay, so we got, now this is all going to be double because it's at 2 hexes. So 24 to 15. We don't like those odds. Let's go ahead. 7, 14, 21, 33 doubled is going to be 66 to 15. Is going to be, oh, now we're getting with really big numbers. 4-to-1. That is going to be 4-to-1 right there. At the top one, it's going to be a +2 modifier because of the hull down position. 1, 2, 3, that destroys, bad. Centurions aren't supposed to go up like that. Okay, but it's taking everything the Egyptians have. Now these guys are going to open up on the other Centurion. That's going to be the same thing. So 4-to-1 odds, no modifier, because there is no hedge or ridge line. 2, it's a flat out dead. Wow. See, this is, I was going through, put 2 counters in there because 2 is the maximum rec units you can have. I was actually going through one of the old issues of the General, and no, I don't remember which one it was. Actually, I think I have it. There's a few General magazines. Yeah, this one right here. This episode of the General Magazine, issue or volume 14, number 3, September, October 1977. It actually has a pretty good article in there that how the that basically is what the Arabs are supposed to do. Get as close as they can, bum rush them and get them as close as they can, keeping as much of the sand dunes between them to reduce the op fire as possible. So now these guys, 7, 14, 21. So 44 to 15. Or 42 to 15. Yeah, it's just going to... You know what? 7, 14, 28. 14. I'm going to do 1 at 1 to 2. And 1 at 1 to 1. Because if I put all three of them together, it's 21, 42 to 15. It's just 1 to 1. So that's what we'll do. We'll break up the T-34s. One of them will be at 1 to 2. Oh, but we're going to have that ridge line we're shooting over, so that's going to be a plus. Okay, you know what? Those guys are... No, actually, I can fire it. No, but if I fire there, it's beyond 2 hexes, so they don't get doubled. But what they will do is they'll fire on one of those Centurions there. So it'll be 21 to 15. 1 to 1. Yeah. No modifiers. That's a 4, nothing. All right. So now, end of shooting phase. Actually, you know what I just noticed? I forgot I had this little mortar right here, this 120 millimeter mortar. I need to draw artillery, or drop artillery with them. So, you know what? Just to keep them honest, where was I dropping the artillery at? 8 and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll drop, that artillery will drop right there. So, it'll be Y. And, of course, we hit the 25-minute mark. Ugh, I hate this camera for that. There's nothing I can do about it. It's an automatic. It's hard programmed in. I've gone on the web. I mean, yeah, if I want to try to hack the system, there's ways I can hack the system to, turn that safety off. So I hope you didn't miss too much. But basically, I had forgotten that I had this artillery here. So I decided to go ahead and drop that artillery right there. It is the end of Israeli firing. So now we roll for disrupted. And we've got 2 disrupted there. Now these guys are C class. Well, let's make sure. Make sure these guys are C class. According to the scenario. Abu Ageila, Group B. Yep, Morale C. So on a Morale C unit, we have Morale C, other units including infantry, which basically for our purposes right now is armored. So 1 to 3. So undisrupt. No. And yes. So top one does not undisperse. Bottom one does. Fairly certain that's everybody. Oh, no, that's not everybody that's disrupted. Yeah. All right, so I got these 3 guys here that are disrupted. And they're C-class infantry, or C-class morale. So looking at a 1 to a 2, but they're improved position, so it's actually a 1 to 3. So top to bottom, it really doesn't matter. They're all the same. Nope. Yes. Yes. All right. Got to get that Israeli infantry up in there. So we got 2 of them that came back. Now movement. Don't think we're going to be moving this guy. Just don't think so. I want to, but I'm not going to. Because he'll catch hot fire and get blown up to pieces and smithereens. All right, now over here, we definitely see the Israeli advance is definitely along this northern flank here. So let's go ahead and take some of this infantry. this infantry, since nobody can really shoot at them, they'll just all move right there. And the infantry from these positions, I'll go ahead and move them there like that. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, and then at the end of the movement, everything gets flipped over. So I'll go ahead and take care of that off camera, and we will be stepping into turn 4 next. My little turn chart up there. Yeah, all right, there we go. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section. I'll see everybody next time. See ya!